Welcome to the Business Behind the Scene podcast with Francesca Moi, where we talk all about real business problems, real solutions, and getting actual results in your business. Hello and welcome to this bonus episode that we have created for you because we saw that so many people loved this training that we did with one of my clients, Sonja, and it's bloody amazing on how she made $126,000 in 3 months just working with us. It's been amazing to watch her blossom. Her business was really successful as an agency, and now she has also another side of the business, which is all this organic marketing that we taught her to do. It's amazing what Sonja has done and how she's made all of this happen. So I hope you guys will enjoy this episode on how Sonja has reached over $126,000 in just 3 months. Isn't it amazing? If you guys listen to this and you love it and you want to be part of this Mafia Academy so that you can get the same results, then make sure that you do email us at support@empoweringevents.com.au, because this is where we can help you to set your 2022 for success. See you in there. Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today into this live training with one of my amazing clients. And she's here. Sonja is here. Everybody say hi to Sonja Pototzki-Raymond. Huh?
You've done such a good job. Great job.
Everybody, welcome with me, Sonja. If you can hear us and see us, just say that you can do so in the chat and give a beautiful, special hi to Sonja for me in the chat right now as you're listening. Hi, Tina. Good to see you here. All right. So, Sonja, thank you so much for joining me today. I know it's been your on annual leave. You're on holiday again.
Yeah, but I had to make the time for you, of course.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Well, usually this half an hour is quite fun and engaging, and we're going to get everybody to sort of chit-chatting with us while they're watching us here. So that's going to be the good thing about that. But we're going to talk about you first and foremost, and the amazing, incredible results that you got in the last 3 months. We reached over $126,000 in cash.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, tell everybody who you are. What do you do? Tell me more about your business. Go.
Yeah. Well, as you know, my name is Sonja Pototzki-Raymond, but my personal brand, I'm known as Sonja the Search Queen. So I help businesses be found on Google for the problems that they solve, so that they can serve their audience and not be billboards in the desert, and ensure those businesses can work smarter and not harder to ensure that they can spend more time with the people they love the most, so they don't have to spend all the time at work. They can just not have to invest too much time in salespeople. I bring the leads to the clients. So yeah, that's what I do. And I love it.
I love that. So thank you for sharing. Now, the beautiful thing about what you do, like, I really love the fact that you are so humble and so down to earth, but your business was already really successful even before you came and joined us in the Mafia Academy, right?
Yeah.
You were doing super well. And so tell me more, what were the results that you had before you joined Mafia, and what happened since? And why did you join? Because obviously, as I said, you're great at marketing. So why did you join this? What did you want to get out of it?
Well, one of my goals was to be a keynote speaker and do it well, but I didn't want to have to go and figure it all out on my own. I'd rather just pay an expert like yourself to tell me how to get there quicker. And that is exactly what you taught me. And you showed me how to develop my own workshops. And my biggest goal with my personal brand, Sonja the Search Queen, was to add so much more value than anybody else in the marketplace, and care more for others than about the financial outcome as such. So essentially, that was what I led with my heart, and I just wanted to make a difference in so many business owners' life. But in order to do that, you kind of have to be seen, and I was invisible on Facebook, even though I do social media strategies for clients as well. But the way the world is going, content consumption has doubled since the pandemic. So I wanted to make sure I wasn't just adding to the noise, and that I was adding as much value. And you showed me how to do that. And, you know, people take for granted just how much opportunity there is on their personal profiles, as well as developing a group and adding so much value there. I never had a group until I came to you, and you showed me how to set that all up. And now I have a fantastic group with nearly 400 members, the Entrepreneur Search Engine Revolution, which I'm currently rebranding to Google Hacks for Entrepreneurs. So yeah,
Nice.
that's another thing you showed me what to do.
I love it. So this is the thing, right? So we've got people here, we've got coaches here that are watching this, and we've got people that the other day someone told me, Francesca, I'm young, I can work this out. I'm sure it can't be that complicated to start a Facebook group. I'm sure it can't be that complicated to run a workshop. Why would I pay you? Like, it seems like you're teaching some really simple stuff. And I'm like, okay, let me ask this question to my client, because if I answer it, of course, I'm biased, right? So what would you say to that?
It's actually not that easy at all. That's the thing. It's actually, there's a strategy that you need to follow. It's like, you know, you if you bought like furniture from IKEA, it comes in a manual. Like, if you're trying to figure it out without showing you the instructions, it gets you there a lot. The thing is, people that have more time to spare, fine. But like, if you want to grow your business and you're serious about growing business, you need to invest in it to get you to where you need to go. And if you're successful, if you follow people that have gone before you, why try and reinvent the wheel? Just pay somebody to show you, because you'll probably spend more time on all of the time required for you to figure it out yourself. So it's actually more costly to do it yourself as opposed to just paying somebody like you. That's what I found.
And that's why I pay someone like you, because now people are going to find this funny. But Sonja was a client of mine. And then by me coaching her and going through her PowerPoint and go like, okay, so in this slide, maybe do this instead of that and whatever. Then I started to go like, okay, wait a second. And then you invite me as a speaker at your meetup. And then I heard you speak and I was like, wait a second, this woman is really the search queen and she's really genius about that. And I'm trying to figure it out by myself. I had taken Facebook ads and Google ads in-house, and I was trying to teach my team how to do it. But let's be honest, I'm good at organic marketing. I'm not good at pay advertising. It's two different beasts.
Yes, it is. And I'm in the industry for 16 years, but at the same time, you know, so businesses that are starting out that can't afford, you know, Google or paid advertising, you need to have a very strong foundation in organic, and you have to have a strong foundation in an established business before you can even afford to invest in Google. And that is what you teach. And then the people that are ready to pay, all of a sudden they all know who I am because of you. So thank you very much for that.
I love it. So it's like coming together, right? It's like you can do one part, and then you need to go and find the organic stuff, which is the foundation, before you then go and do the advertising. And although you're amazing at the paid part, you need a lot of money to get that visibility that you can do easily organically.
100%. But at the same time, just to touch on that point too, without a strong presence organically, you're going to lack trust. So you need to build a house on a strong foundation. That means building a business on a strong foundation. If you don't have enough trust built up with your audience, it doesn't matter how many leads that I can drive to your business. If your audience don't trust you, well, then they're not going to convert as quickly either, because you don't have that presence in the marketplace, which you can retrieve through organic.
1,000,000%. And so if we talk about the Sonja's business before Mafia, can you tell me like what was happening in your business, how much money you were making, and what was your like day in, how clients were finding you back then?
Yeah. So I had the clients that I had on my client base were clients that already knew me from other agencies. So they just followed me from years of working on their accounts. But for me, the business, like, even though I do SEO and Google ads for myself, there was still a difference that was needed in my marketplace, more disruption. And I found by also adding the organic layer onto my paid layer, it actually had a tenfold of a difference to the business. Because when I first met you, I think I was turning over 10, 15 grand a month.
Yep.
And last month I hit 75 grand. So
and is that accrual or cash? It's sales or cash?
That is sales.
Amazing. I love it.
But again, these are clients that are on retainers as well. So it's probably even a bit more than that if you're looking at from a yearly basis.
That's right.
But I do feel like building enough trust with your audience is absolutely pivotal, especially in the day and age that we're in. Like, we can't just have face-to-face conversations with people anymore. You don't really have that many face-to-face meetings, and people are becoming less time poor. So they want to make sure that the people that they're engaging with in business that are online actually are people worthy of a conversation and that they trust. And from the Mafia as well, like, you know, people who have seen me all over Facebook or in my groups or all the strategies that I use in my workshops, my business is national. So it's like I've clients all over the country. So it's not just Perth where I'm based. Since COVID happened, it's a non-issue as well, because clients can reach you at any place, so it's very important to be present and be a trustworthy source for your audience. And you can achieve that through organic as well as paid, but organic is basically the starting point.
Yeah, fabulous. So before you had more like people that knew you, referral, word of mouth business, and then some of the paid advertising that you would do, you guys as well, right? But then for you to scale and to start to move from 10 to 15,000 to 75,000, what we had to do is to start to put some systems in place on getting out from you to be invisible and start to do what? So now what? Are you working like triple the hours and you're like all the time on social media? Are you like super busy?
I have people that work for me. I'm the face of the business. I'm on annual leave because I can. Not many business owners can do that, but I'm taking a break. I'm not have anything planned. But for me, it is all to do with the right team around you. And essentially, like, the workshops were pivotal for my success, because I have nearly 100 people registered at all of my events. And all I care about is actually educating people so they don't end up in the traps that most businesses fall into. And from there as well, you also showed me how to get on my online program and go from one to many. So now I don't just have my agency. I'm very passionate about helping smaller business owners with their marketing, but on a one-to-one basis as well, but a group coaching style of training as well, which has also been pivotal to the growth of the business too. And you worked with me on that. You showed me how to develop all that, which was really, really, really important.
Yeah, well, the thing is that you have done it. It's been really, really successful for you. Is to start to obviously create this. So what we've done, and we created the top of the funnel, which is your Facebook group. We created a meetup group, and you started to show up consistently on Meetup. We just added that first, right? We didn't tell you.
And Facebook Lives. Do you remember my first Facebook Live?
Tell everybody, because this is the thing, right? People see you, Sonja, that you're so confident, and the thing, like, of course, like, it's easy for them. I'm terrified of doing Facebook Live. I'm terrified of speaking in public. I can never do what they're doing. So you want to share?
Oh, I actually should. Yeah, absolutely. I remember in our first training, like one of our first workshops, you were like, okay, yeah, now go live. I'm like, oh, geez. And I cried like so hard. I was like, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be judged. I don't want to put myself out there because, like, I'm a fear of being rejected and people will be like hating on me, and the fear was real. But that moment of pushing past that fear, I wouldn't have been able to do that if it wasn't for you. Like, I really wouldn't have, because I had this massive trigger from my past come up with the Facebook Live, and I'm like, oh God, I can't do it. But you helped me overcome it. But again, taking action definitely busts every fear. So, and you're one coach for sure that kicks my ass, and that's what I need.
And that's awesome, because a lot of people will resonate with that. If you're watching this and you're afraid of putting yourself out there and doing Facebook Lives, tell us in the chat. We can resonate. I was terrified for sure when I first started with this accent. I was like, nobody's going to understand me. Right now, by the way, Sonja, we have subtitles. And when sometimes I'm looking, I'm like, that's not what I said, but that's okay.
But that's exactly one of my fears. I was like, oh, nobody's going to understand the Irish accent. And then all of a sudden, there was so many people saying, oh my God, I love the Irish accent. I didn't know you were Irish. Oh my God, like, you sound fabulous. And I'm like, oh, really?
Right?
It's just your ego.
Because the thing is, Sonja, that from a Facebook Live, people get to know us and get to, understand us. But what if someone says, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm watching this and I get it that I should be doing all this stuff, but I don't want to be the face of my business. I don't want to, do lives. I want to just teach what I teach. I want to be invisible. What would you say to that person?
Stop making it all about you and stop making it about your audience, because you're serving, if you come from the right place of your heart rather than your head, people feel that. So if you're, I don't want to put myself on Facebook, you're making it all about you, and you definitely won't be able to impact anybody's life with what problem that you solve. So for your clients. So I would definitely say, get over yourself. It's not about you. It's about your audience and how you can help them.
1,000,000%. And so that's exactly one of the things that we have helped Sonja was, do Facebook Live, show up on a personal profile, start her own Facebook group, meetup group, and consistently showcase the amazing job that she does. Because all her clients were achieving $1,000,000 businesses from Sonja doing the Google ads for them. They were like having all these testimonials, but nobody knew about it, right? Nobody would know organically, right? Not people that were in the network. And so now we showcase that all the time. And that's how your business grew 75% since you joined Mafia.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think it's more than that, FM.
I got 75% in here, but maybe it's more than that.
I think versus this time last year, because I'm with you nearly 2 years now, but this time last month versus last year, we grew by 300%. So yeah, so I think when I done the math, I think I gave you that feedback before I actually done these real granular results. But yeah, I grew the business. I 3x the business versus this time last year. Yeah.
Wow. And this is during COVID. So this year is like the 2021 has been the hardest year for any business in out there. And you grew 300%. Shut the front door.
I know.
And so if you were to pinpoint if someone is listening, go, do you know what? I want to know exactly what are the 3 things that were like really pivoted for your 300% growth. What would that be?
Being connected with people that actually are on the same wavelength, or being connected with people on Facebook that are your ideal client. You don't have to sell to them, but you can also start building a relationship with them online. It's like online dating, really. That's right. And just add loads of value. You're online dating with your potential new client, and that is really, really important, because the thing is, I get tagged on so many different groups right now that have like over 200, 300,000 people in them. And there's people that are tagging me that I have no idea who they are, but they've just follow exactly what it is I do. So it has the knock-on effect, not just with the people that are directly in contact with you, it's also the people that they know that are looking for problems to be solved, and that you provide the offer. But if you're super clear on what the problem is that you solve, then everything is a game changer. It's clarity, really. But second thing, sorry, that was probably a bit long-winded. The Facebook.
That's okay. So let's stay on the first one second. So on the first one there, so if someone is listening to this and go like, oh, but I don't have my problem, I don't know what I'm promising yet, I don't know this. So this is what the whole thing that we take you through in the Mafia Academy. We teach you exactly how to know what you promise, how to know what your pillars are, what is your message, so that you can consistently talk about that. So that's what Sonja did. She became the expert in Australia. Everybody knows in Australia, if you want to Google search, you go to Sonja now, right? So that's how she's done it. So she's put herself out there on social media consistently talking about the same thing, and then it's just a ripple effect. People start to talk about it, people start to tag you, even people that you don't know. So it will happen to your business too. So if you guys are listening to this and you like step 1, just tell us step 1 if that's what you would like. If this is a step that you would like, go like, I would love to be like the expert in my niche. Everybody knows who I am. I would love that. Go and tell us step 1 is your dream. Let's go. What's step 2?
Step 2 has been the systems that you thought of, like the operations behind delivering massive scale. Do you want me to say the system, or is that a top secret?
Yeah, go for it.
Asana is like revolutionized my business, not just from the online program side of things, but literally the back end of working my agency. Because like December last year, all of my business was on my laptop, because I never expected it to grow. Like, I was a sole trader, like this time 2 years ago. And when I started putting myself out, to my audience, I didn't realize it was going to grow this quickly. So you obviously, as you grow, your systems need to support the infrastructure of your business, because otherwise it's honestly, it's a waste of time if you're not doing it. So your systems need to grow as the business grows. And that has been, because it saved us so much time, but you showed us all how to use Asana and processes, and that's so important, and that's not spoken about enough. So I honestly feel for what you do. I don't think you charge enough. I've said that to you so many times, so honestly, yeah. So yeah.
You do say that. Oh, there's a bit of feedback every time I start speaking. I'm not sure why. But that's absolutely right. So a lot of people say that to me. So in the Mafia Academy, we seem like we're just teaching you how to market yourself, but actually, once you do get fully booked, once you do get the momentum, you're gonna need systems. And this is why our second pillar is creating systems. And I promise you, we were not aligned, we were not prepared this. But one of the second steps that we have in our pillars is we show you how to fill and monetize your workshops, and then how to systemize it. And then the third one is how to delegate it. I don't know what's the next third step, but this is you were going to say that?
I like VA. Yes, that's
right.
Yes. Yeah. So for me, at the same time, like not having a VA, like I was trying to do everything myself. I was trying to respond to comments. I was trying to post into the groups. I was trying to do everything. And, you know, when you're one person, it's not possible because you end up resenting your business. So delegate what you're not good at and, you know, hold on to the elements that you are good at, but you don't hold on to them because you can't let go of control. But yeah, that what you do with the VAs is just ridiculous because you train them exactly on the Mafia systems, and then they're ready to go and they're fully trained and they're the most beautiful humans. My God, they're so gorgeous. Like even some of your ladies like Tina and Bebs and my lady Alexis, I'd be lost without all of them. They're just incredible. They really are. So shout out to all the VAs, they're amazing.
I know. Everybody give a shout out to all our VAs. They are next level amazing.
Really
we've got 8 in our business at the moment working for us, and we have found and trained 100 virtual assistants for our clients, and Sonja is one of them. So it's just been a dream coming true to be able to bring together this many VAs, and not only are helping the clients, but the VAs, we're changing their lives as well because they get to live a life that they could have never done without these many clients giving them a support. And so that is fantastic. So you now have 3 to 15 staff members?
I have 16 staff members.
And you had 3?
Yeah. Yeah. So again, specialists in all areas as well at the same time. But like in terms of where we were with people that helped me with the operational side of the business, we were at 3, and now on that arm we're probably looking at about 8 more. But then we have our specialists in each of the areas that we provide our services for as well.
Wow, that's amazing results. That is incredible. How proud are you of yourself? Would you ever, a year ago when we had that conversation, because I remember our chat, would you ever thought that this way you were going to be?
No.
Oh,
and I think the key to that too, though, like the key to the success of the business is I've never let it go to my head, but I've also done a lot of work on the ego. Like at the same time, you know, success is one thing, but success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So for me, it's just keeping your feet on the ground and staying in your own lane. Don't compare yourself to anybody. Be authentically you. We're not meant to fit in. We're not meant to like do what everybody else is doing. We're just meant to do what we're here to do. And if you can really feel what your purpose are, just follow it with your heart. And honestly, the biggest thing for me that I learned is the law of motion, which is for every action there's an equal opposite reaction, the Isaac Newton law. So you can fail if you just do the work. If you do the work, you won't fail. It's simple as that. And I get that with some of my students, and I'm like, you know, you just have to take action. Like, and we don't have time for people that can't take action because otherwise they hold you accountable because they're in victim. But if you really are like, if you're very, very like very, very certain that you want to grow a successful business, get on to FM because she's honestly amazing. I consider her like a fellow European sister because I'm obviously Irish.
Thank you, Sonja. That's fantastic. But the thing is, we have lots of coaches that are seeing us and lots of people succeeding and are thinking like it's easy for them. It's not going to happen to me. I don't know where to start from. I'm not like them. I'm shy. I'm this, I'm that. And the first thing that we'd say is, you got to be an action taker, not an excuse maker. So if you're serious about getting your business out there, it doesn't have to be me. It doesn't have to be Sonja, but find yourself a bloody coach. Find someone that you resonate with, that you see the results. And once you find, tell me this, Sonja, once you find someone and you start a course, have you ever felt like wanted to give up?
Always.
And so what do you do?
Get over myself. And be like, okay, do I really want to give up, or is it my ego trying to protect me? Get over yourself now. So I think for me, always focusing on what you're here to do and why you're doing it. So like I have a vision board and I know exactly what I'm here to do. And so everything about my life, all I see is those goals, and the reticular activating system in your mind just sees everything that will help to achieve those goals and make it possible. But if you're not sure, or if you lack direction on what it is you're here to do, of course you're going to want to give up. It's like, oh, this is so hard. But again, at the same time, like there's a top percentage of people in the world that are successful, but like building a business is hard work. Like it's not for the faint heart, and not many people can do it. Like, and if you're a victim, you might as well just deal with that limiting belief straight away, because that will hold you back forever.
And I get that because I used to be a victim. Like big time.
Me too.
Really? Big time. Because I would be like, oh no, the reason why I'm overweight is because I'm Italian and I have to eat pizza and pasta. It wasn't because I'm choosing to eat pizza and pasta. It's because I'm Italian. It's in my blood. I can't say no to pizza and pasta. And now I say no to that. I don't eat pizza and pasta. I mean, I do every now and again, but 90% of the time I am gluten-free and lactose-free. So I now can choose that. And before everything was like, oh, it's everybody else's fault but me. I'm perfect, and it's not my fault if I'm lazy, if I'm overweight, if I'm this, if I'm that, I'm not successful. Everything was like that. So if you are watching this and you feel like, shit, they're talking about me, listen, I hear you, I get you, and Sonja gets you too. We used to be that. That's why we can tell easily, go like, get over yourself, because we had to do that. So if you're listening to this and you're resonating, just breathe. We're not attacking you. We're just going like, we've got you. We have done it. We've done it for ourselves. We show that to our clients and people that surround us. And being a victim is part of the journey if you can get on the other side.
Exactly.
If you stay a victim, then we're not going to grow. We're not going to go anywhere. So it's important that we take responsibility for what we do in our business and in our lives and go full steam ahead without doubting. Do you have a doubt?
Do I have a doubt? I used to have a lot, but that's a very good question. I actually can't think of one.
You don't doubt anymore.
I don't want to sound cocky though, like either. Like I don't want to be like, no. I used to be a very doubtful person, but I work on my mindset every day. So I don't watch the news. I'm not in environments of people that have limiting beliefs. I'm around people that are on the same journey as I am. So, because you are the sum of the 5 most people you spend time with. So I don't doubt myself. I think sometimes I wake up and I'm like, I can't believe what I've achieved, if anything. Like it's that kind of that balance of feeling worthy enough to hit past your next glass ceiling of income. And that's probably what I battle with. Not battle with either. It's kind of like, I know that I have it, but the awareness that you have it is what actually makes you move even forward and past it again, you know? Absolutely. But I came from lack. So my mom and dad broke up when I was quite young. So my mom raised me and my sisters on her own. So like abundance and like lots of money was not something that I grew up with. I had to unlearn a lot of the conditioning and relearn strategies to get me to where the likes of Tony Robbins are and all those people. Like I consider them all my friends because I listen to them every day. Like Brene Brown, Marie Forleo, you know, like they're my friends.
I hang out with them. We'll go for a walk every day. You know that?
Yeah. Listen to them on YouTube all the time. Give Tony Robbins a hug on the Firewalker in Sydney 2019. He's my mate.
I love it. So listen, one more thing before we go. I wanted to remind everybody that the other day I was on my Instagram and all of a sudden I see this post that says, we are at capacity, the Marketing Republic. And I went, wait, what? That's Sonja. We are at capacity? What update? We are fully booked. The Marketing Republic has experienced a phenomenal expansion in 2021. In fact, we have grown by 300% since time last year, and we can't get any more clients. Tell me more.
To me, what I got into business to make a difference in my industry. I didn't get into business and my industry is quite saturated. So I got into my business to make a positive impact. So for me, trust, respect, loyalty, integrity are my highest values. And I definitely, and the team live out those every day. But for me, like, I never want a client to feel like a number. And I feel like we've hit that level of capacity that now we actually need to take a breath, recalibrate, like, how can we service our existing clients and make sure they're all up to scratch before we add any more on? Because I just don't want to be just like another company that just never says no to clients. And we never say yes to every client. We're very specific on who we take on, because otherwise they cost us more time. So it's all about the relationship. So if we can be mates with that client, it's a sure sign that they're our client. But otherwise, it's not going to work as a team environment. So for me, this side of Christmas, I was like, you know what, we actually still need to take a break here and just recognize the success. And I don't want to keep growing at an unsustainable rate. Let's just take a break and start taking on more clients in February 22. And I just want to make sure I'm committed to the cause of making a difference, because if you care enough about your audience and you care enough about the people that you solve problems for, the money just is going to come anyway.
That's
yeah, and it's a good place to be. And you know, I adore my clients, but it requires an awful lot of energy as well to look after them the way we do, because you know, customer service is everything, and the reports that you see each month are next level, and it requires a lot of time for us to put those together. And you know, customer service is everything, and it's something that isn't highlighted enough, I feel, within my industry in particular. So I just want to be known for that person that, like, and my team to be known for those people that just exceed our customer expectations.
And I can vouch for that. So if anybody is fully booked, like you already have an audience, you already are selling your programs, you already have a momentum, you need to scale, put yourself in a waiting list for February for Sonja, because I'm mind blown. I have been with different companies that do my ads for me, and I've never had a service like that. So I second that 1,000,000%. So if you're watching this, guys, we're running out of time. We're wrapping up. So what we did for Sonja was that we created the top of the funnel. So we created a Facebook group, a meetup group, and taught her how to really be consistently shown as the expert. Once we've done that, we send people into a webinar, into a web class, webinar, masterclass, however you want to call it, that she does consistently, where she shows people everything that she knows. And from there, she sells people into either a course to learn the basics of marketing or to go into her agency. And every time she does a webinar, she converts people across. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very simple funnel. We took a funnel, we created, when I say funnel, I mean a business plan, right? We created a plan, we got the people at the top, and then people coming to the bottom, and then people become clients. And that's how we've done it. And then that's how Sonja now knows exactly what to do every month, and boom, and she goes and do it. So if you got someone listening to this, Sonja, and then on the fence going, oh, I just got new to this group, and I don't know this Francesca Moi chick, and should I just join this Mafia Academy? What should I do? What do you say?
Just do it. Like, honestly, if you want to grow your business and you want to do it really quickly without making all the mistakes, just get, like, honestly, book a call with FM. She's amazing. And you just give so much value, and you really care. Like, you really, you know, even like as a business owner, you know, I've had some challenging personal stuff happen as well throughout my business journey. So it hasn't been all sunshine and rainbows. And check out my profile if anybody wants to know what I went through. But yeah, like, I've had I'll say it just right now. I've had a very, very tough 3-year fertility journey. And, you know, I've had some really tough days, and you tell me what I need to hear on those given days when I need to hear it. But at the same time, you don't enable the victim. You kind of like, no, you're better than this now. You need to do X, Y, Z. So you're a natural nurturer, but you're also, you kick my ass when I need it as well.
And some people don't like that, Sonja, and I am okay with it. If you don't like to get your butt kicked and you like to be called out, then I'm not your coach. That's for sure. But I like to obviously give compassion and you know, give time for that healing as well, for sure. And all of that is important. But then we have business. We got to make sure that we show up for our people, for our clients as well. So I appreciate you, Sonja, so much for your on annual leave. showing up. Thank you so much. Now, everybody, listen, we have a workshop coming up next week that you can come along. It's a masterclass. It's 4 hours where I'm going to show you in details how you can pivot your business around from being completely fully booked 101 into going to one-to-many. Now, listen, if you are not fully booked 101 yet, then just jump on a call with one of my team, and then we're going to teach you. We can show you how to get fully booked on Facebook. We have a program for that. But this masterclass is specifically for people that are coaches and they already are fully booked 101 and they want to scale the business. They want to go one-to-many. They want to do what Sonja did this year. So we want to show you how to do that. So if you're interested in knowing how to do that, if you're a coach, you want to scale, you want to go one-to-many, say masterclass in the chat right now, and we're going to be able to show you to do that. If you are a coach, you're not fully booked, then just say coach, and we're going to show you, a coach is going to show you the way so that you can get fully booked, and then we can show you the other way. All right, everybody, thank you so much. Give it up for Sonja, and go and follow her, absolutely, and go and reach out to the Marketing Republic. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Sonja. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, if you enjoy listening to this podcast, then you have to come to check out our Facebook group, Workshop Secrets for Coaches. It's a community of over 9,500 coaches that are ready to boom their business by running workshops. They are stuck in one-on-one coaching and they're ready to start to go one-to-many. So if you are one of those coaches, then you have to join us. I look forward to see you there. And hey, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and leave me a review to win a ticket to one of my workshops. I look forward to see you there.